Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Santa Clara. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 3rd down. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Go! Check mash, check mash.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Now 1st carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's Chubb. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Right there, hurt. Cowboy 80.
Tight end going in motion here. One more time, it's Chubb. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search.
Oh, he pumps up the football. The Commanders come up with it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders move out on top, 14-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
A short one there, caught by Kittle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack.
Let's go, let's go.
It is 3rd and 10.
70 Lion.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. That's number 40 on the season for him.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, You can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Purdy now on second down. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Commanders. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
The kick is good. Makes the pick the score. Commanders 21, 49ers nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check go.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, 49ers.
19 light.
And the 49er first down.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On 1st down, Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's out of bounds. Mark him down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. A run out of the gun. Here's Chubb. And this is a good run. He gets back down to about the 6-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The motion man here is McLaurin. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Keaton Mitchell, touchdown Washington. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A 1st down throw for Purdy. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to...
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. Now the try for an extra point. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead. And they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40.
Hey, check that. Street. Panther Street.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Inside the 25. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Commanders. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The score, Commanders 35, 49ers 6. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Play action. Here's Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Johnny Newton there on the stop. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw, it's Purdy. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Ready?
Man in motion, it's Diggs. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Ready?
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
49ers 6. Matt Gay set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set, go.
Purdy to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Track. Track 60. Hut.
Back to throw. Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Commanders 42, 49ers 6.
All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Three. Get it. Set, go.
On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin. Third and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That one good for 29.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Buffalo 18.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Oh, yeah. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here. Second and a yard. Throwing again. Daniels. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is third and inches.
Let's go now. Ready.
To the air again is Daniels. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
So on these play calls, Mike, on third and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
They'll run with Mitchell. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Come on, set. Mustang 19.
Throwing now, Daniels. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On second down, Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Seven Pirates!
To throw is Daniels on first and 10.
Now, faster! Capture 11!
The gain of 9 brings up second and a yard at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Man in motion, it's Diggs. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he's into the end zone yet again. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Washington. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year.
Makes the score. Commanders 56, 49ers 6. Matt Gay.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of him.
He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. What a play on 4th and long. That covered 73 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Go!
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and
he will fight his way to the end zone. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Purdy works out of the pistol. That'll be caught, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off, unable to cut any further into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. On target. Got it to McLaurin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Get it!
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to the sideline, pulled in by Diggs. Third and a yard.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 30.
3rd and a yard, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Stephanie!
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. The yards are hard to come by there. We'll work it down to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And that is incomplete.